Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are going to be making a cornmeal, also known as Soor in the Bantu language. So what we need is a boiling water, salt, the cornmeal, that's right here. That's what we are going to be using, and a little bit of oil. So, oil to make sure there's no bumpy or some clogs in there. And the tool that we are going to be using is this thing. And this is very important because it helps you make sure that your cornmeal is very smooth and mixed really well. So let's get started with 1 spoon of the oil. This helps me make sure the cornmeal is very smooth and there's no bumpies in there. The oil is in there. I'll be mixing the oil and the water. After mixing the oil, we need to put some salt in there. For the salt, it just depends on how much water you have in there, like how much cornmeal you're going to be making. So what I usually do is just add a little bit first, and then later on, when it gets a little bit thick, then you want to add and adjust the oil to your taste. Okay, so let's add the corn meal in there. I'm gonna open this. Start adding. I usually add a little bit and see how it's going. It looks very watery, so I want to add more. That's about a cup, I would say. So you want to use at least like 2 cups of the cornmeal, depending on how much you're trying to cook. There's about this one is very flaky, so it's not going to stick together very fast. So that was about 2 cups of, or maybe 3 cups of the cornmeal. Looks like this. Once it looks like this, you want to stop adding cornmeals and let the powder boil. See, there's no bumps. It looks really like a great mixture. And then you want to leave it to steam. And since it looks like it's already like a great mixture and it started boiling, you want to cover it for like 5 to 10 minutes. Come back and check on it again. It's been like about 5 minutes. Now I want to check on how it looks. Let's see. It's a little bit thick, but not as thick as I want it to be. So But it looks like we do not have any bumps on in there, so it's good that we don't have any bumps. You want to mix it. So if you want to make this really hard, the salt really hard, you want to add at least like a cup of cornmeal in there. So now I'm just checking to see if there are any bumps, and it looks like it's really good. It did not form any bumps. So we want to put 1 cup of the cornmeal in there and mix it all together. While you are doing this, you want to make sure that your fire is in a low heat. So you won't form any bumps. So the reason why I used at least 1 spoon of oil is because it's really easy for this cornmeal to get bumpy. So to just avoid that, you have to add a little bit of oil. For me, I don't want to add a lot, so I just added 1 tablespoon of oil, and that really helped. So as you can see, we are going to cover it and see if it's going to get a little bit harder than this. We will come back in about 5 minutes and check. If it's still a little bit soft like this, you want to add 1 more cup of cornmeal. If not, then if it's the way you like it to be, because some people like it soft and some people like it really hard. So it's just based on your preference, whatever you prefer. So I will close it and let it sit in the low heat for about 5 more minutes and check on it back again. Okay, we are going to, it's been about 5 minutes, so we are going to check on it again and see if it's hard enough. It looks like it's getting hard. So I will see if I want to add maybe 1 more cup, or if I want to leave it. I'm trying to mix it all up. So it looks like it's soft, but it's not very soft. So we are going to be adding just half a cup, not a whole cup, because you don't want it to get very hard if you don't like it that hard. I don't like it very hard. So we are going to add a half a cup of the cornmeal. Let me go grab that. This is a cup, so we're just gonna guess. Put a little bit in there to make it. Looks about like half a cup. Yeah, we're going to mix it. And close it so you can get. So you want to make sure the heat stays on a low heat, so that way it's not gonna get burnt. It's been about 5 minutes. We'll check on it again and see if it's completely cooked. So the reason why I did it every 5 minutes, it just makes it a little bit easier for whoever is making this to remember like how much time they should wait in between. So it looks like it's as hard as I want it to be, because earlier it was soft, and sometimes I don't like it soft unless I'm not feeling good, but some people prefer it to be soft, but I like it this way. I like it for it to be not very hard, but not very soft as well. Let's see, it's completely cooked. It looks like it needs to sit a little bit. We'll let it sit for about 5 minutes again, and then we'll serve it on a plate. A little flake got in there. Make sure you mix it very well so you can get the bottom as well as the top. And then you want to close it. This is going to be our last 5 minutes, and then we'll serve it on a plate. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. I check on it again. As you can see, it's very hard. That burn. Okay. That almost burned me. It's very hard, and it looks like it's all cooked and done. So, it looks very thick and as hard as I want it to be. Now we are going to, I'm going to put a little amount of it in this bowl, about 2 spoons, and I'm gonna give it a circular shape. This is how I usually serve it. I'm gonna do this into the bowl. Looks like a bowl. You can leave it like this, or you can put it into a plate, just in case if you're working on a restaurant. Then it stays like a bowl, and voila. Thank you for watching.